Okay, complete with the greasy stove from this morning's breakfast, we have the pot with water, the olive oil, and the beeswax pastilles. As you can see, the water level is right about equal with the oil level in the measuring cup. And we want to slowly heat this. I've got a chopstick from a local Chinese restaurant, and that's what I'm going to use to stir as the pastilles begin to melt. And once these pastilles all melt, we'll add 2 of the vitamin E capsules and stir those in as well. Now we just have to patiently wait. Okay, so it's all melted, and our next step is to put the vitamin E capsules in our oil and beeswax pastille mixture. What you want to do is take your capsule and a toothpick and puncture the capsule with a toothpick without going all the way through. And then you're going to squeeze that vitamin E oil out of there, and try not to get it on your fingers because it is really sticky. And I'm going to do 2 capsules. And the second one, puncture. You can kind of hear it pop, and you can feel it a little bit. Squeeze it all out. Give it one last mix, and then we'll pour it into our blender. Okay, the mixture is in the blender. Kind of splashed it a little bit. Now we're going to wait about 30 to 40 minutes for it to start to solidify a little bit and get to room temperature, and then we will blend it with the distilled water and we'll have our moisturizer. Okay, this is after about 35 minutes of sitting. It started to solidify a little bit, and at the touch you can still feel some warmth, but it's not nearly as hot as it was when we first poured it in. So what I'm going to do now is put the lid on the blender. And if you don't have one that has a space in it like this, you can just slowly take the lid off as you add the water. But what you want to do at first, until you get the feel for your blender, is keep the lid on it so it doesn't splash out. But the goal is to get this spinning and to keep it spinning the entire time you're making your lotion. So get it started. Keep it going. And slowly add your distilled water into the center. And as it mixes, slowly add more. Turn your blender up as high as you can without making a big mess. And just keep slowly adding it until you have no water left. If you get this stuck mess, just take your chopstick with your blender on lower and kind of swash it around a little bit if it gets a little too thick. Try not to hit the blades, of course, but whoop, like that. But just loosen it up and it'll get going again. That's why you use a disposable chopstick, by the way. And continue to add your water. Alright, your lotion's all finished. Now you just need to pour it into a container of choice. And if you've used essential oils, you definitely want to use a glass container because plastic soaks up your essential oils, and you definitely can't reuse that container, or it may affect the scent a little bit. So this is plastic because I put no essential oils in this batch. I'm going to be using it for my little guy who has eczema, and we sometimes put lavender in there, but this time we're using it just plain because we've been using a lot lately. And you might want to get one of those little rubber spatulas that you use for cake batter to scrape your excess oil out so you don't waste any. And it'll get a little thicker as it sits. You do not have to wait for it to completely cool if it's still warm to put your lid on. And don't forget to put a label on it so you remember what oils you put in it if you chose to do so. Good luck. I hope y'all enjoy it.